WWE 2K24 is right around the corner. I'm expecting to hear an announcement at this point anytime now. Anytime we're going to get something. It could be this upcoming week, the week after, but it's coming soon. Now, a mode that I want to talk about that has a very negative perception is MyFaction. The MyFaction mode is a little crazy. I mean, the negative perception around it is that it's a gambling machine, just like all the other games have one. Madden has one, NBA 2K has one. They all have some type of gambling machine for players to go on ahead and gamble their money to get cards or whatever the case is that they want to sell to us. WWE 2K23, it had the issue where MyFaction was getting updated attires throughout the year for people to spend money on it. That really upset the community and players because they really wanted those attires to be available to everybody, even if it meant that they had to pay for it. But I'm here to tell you, this mode is not going away in my personal opinion. They were updating this mode all year long because there's obviously revenue going into it. They're not going to sit here and update a mode that has zero revenue going into it. I know that the community on Twitter is a very small portion of the WWE 2K community. Now, people that are outside of Twitter and don't really go on ahead and put their opinion out there as much might actually enjoy the mode. I mean, towers, things like that. I know that sounds interesting to a lot of players, and spending money it's a little crazy on WWE 2K. There's not really much of a difference, but I do see that there's badges, there's attributes that differentiate the cards from the other, but I still don't see the point in spending money. MyFaction will not be going away. In fact, it's probably actually going to continue getting blown up, and they're actually going to make something with online, and you guys can come back to this video when the new game drops because, yeah, it's not going nowhere. They're obviously making enough money to keep supporting it and keep putting stuff into it. I mean, when do we see a company keep updating it and dropping patches for that particular mode and the mode isn't doing as well as they want it to? It definitely has to be profitable for them to go on ahead and keep updating it. MyFaction and WWE 2K24 is probably going to be even bigger from an online standpoint, which I think will actually grab a lot of players as well. I think for them to do this, the servers need to be better. I'm not sure if the game is as rewarding because I do see that they have like pink diamond 99 overall cards and packs, and I know that you can grind and then that card will get outdated by someone who has that other card. I just know that I've played pretty much every other Ultimate Team mode and I see how big it is now. WWE 2K, they're just going to keep growing that mode, keep making it bigger. Now when we go on ahead and talk about online, cross-gen, it's probably going to get featured this year in the installment. Pretty much every 2K sports game has cross-play at this point, so I would not be surprised that we get some updated servers with that, because at the end of the day, WWE 2K has suffered from horrible servers the past couple years. I mean, not even couple, I mean, it's been decade-long server issues. At least when it went to 2K, it's really suffered. THQ, I don't really remember their servers suffering as much, but yeah, 2K, they struggled a lot. And MyFaction, they're just going to go on ahead, keep pushing this, make online a thing. They're probably going to do seasons where you can grind, get a card of a wrestler, and you can keep that going. I just think it's not going away. So for those who are really rooting for it to go away, I just don't think so. They definitely are profiting off it, at least enough to continue bringing it back. So yeah, it ain't going nowhere. And with all these games nowadays, they all have some sort of microtransactions. This is what it is to 2K. They kept doing that season pass every year. They're still going to continue doing it, obviously, for the DLC. But they probably found another stream of revenue where they can keep getting people to spend their money for all these cards. Me personally, if I touch the mode this year, I will not be spending no money because I don't see the point in spending money for virtual cards that'll go away the year after. It just don't make sense, man. It just don't make sense, and I recommend the same to you as well. But I know that there are people out there, you know, are financially able to spend the money on the game and have the fun, and some people, that's people's hobbies, man. I mean, I went through that myself, collecting virtual cards, playing with them online. That was my hobby at once, so I completely understand somebody who has that as a hobby. Let me know how you guys feel about this. I just don't see it going away. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys want to stay tuned for more WWE 2K24 news. And I'm going to see y'all later, man. Peace.